Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive, pulls back, baseline, jumper's good! OKC with their first lead of the second half. Williams has been hot all night, falling away, got it! 40 points for Jalen Williams. 28 remaining, Holmgren down the lane! A Holmgren hammer, and it's back up to a dozen.
This is Udart. You're listening to the Uncontested.
What is up, and welcome to the Uncontested Podcast, coming to you live on a snowy January Sunday, January 25th, a Sunday. I was just going to put all of that in the wrong order. 25, Sunday, January, 9:17 p.m. I'm your host for the evening, Jacob Niffen. I got Justin Peabody with me.
Hello, everybody.
I've got Nicholas Crane.
Hot take of the week. The Clippers upset somebody in the first round.
I've got Taylor Peterson here.
Ooh. I was about to do my intro, but I think I just pulled something like the rest of the Thunder team.
That's so bad. Taylor, you're awake.
I'm awake. No,
How do you do this? Can you explain?
It's a Christmas miracle.
It's called single parenting.
Do you not set an alarm on your phone?
On the Thursday show, I want you guys to know
I made it through
that
the week almost. I'm exhausted. Brooks goes down to sleep finally, and then I have to lay down with him to get him to sleep, and I fall
Game
asleep.
over for both of you.
Yeah.
The issue is I'm a night owl, so it's like the nights leading up to that I stay up too late, so I'm exhausted at that point, and then fall asleep with Brooks.
There's something we're going to order you from the pod account. And I think it's going to be worth the investment because A, it's only $30, and two, it's something that we'll get our return on pretty quickly. They make a device that goes on your wrist, and it's an alarm clock that vibrates violently and wakes you up, but it's not loud enough. It's meant to, like, if you don't want to wake up your wife in the morning, you have this alarm clock that vibrates on your wrist and wakes you up silently. For Brooks, you can just have it vibrate, and he stays awake. Or he stays asleep. You wake up.
I wake
come
up.
Podcast. We see you. The listeners see you. I think we're to a point now where whenever Jacob opens the show and says Taylor might be here in a little bit, everyone's like,
No, not going to happen.
well, JD
Not
texted
happening
me
during the week.
right before we started and said, "I think it's just us two. This effer Taylor has narcolepsy." So I got a pretty good kick out of that. We are brought to you by the Blue Wire Podcast Network. We may need to be brought to you by some sort of energy drink company. And we're also brought to you by Prairie Artisan Ales.
I'm already cracked, but
Oh, pause. I'm going with a newbie tonight. I haven't shared one of these on the pod yet. A pumpkin kerfuffle.
Oh.
Is that from
I thought
last
that was
October?
No, I picked this up
I
at
hold that
Christmas.
can back up for a second.
Yes.
I'm not
Ooh.
trying to make a joke now that the can is up. I legitimately thought it was Donald Trump.
oh my god.
Anyway, no, I'm not going to go down that road. The art is actually one of my favorite parts of this can because it's inspired by this artist named Renee Magritte, who's one of my favorite artists of all time, and that is way too far down the art rabbit hole for most of our listeners.
I'm just catching up on the private chat.
But this is a pumpkin pie sour with toasted marshmallows.
I'm scared.
Uh-oh.
I needed something to take the edge off after this kerfuffle of a game.
Yeah,
So went to the old reliable pumpkin pie.
Pause.
Nick, what are you drinking?
Fourth quarter.
A fourth
Which
quarter.
strategy that quarter is just don't let Shai shoot and force everyone else to beat you, and it works.
Checks out.
We also have a Patreon if you want to sign up for that. I think $5 a month gets you access to the Discord, bonus podcasts, live watch parties, all of that. It's really fun. That was cool and fun together. I'm just all over the place tonight. I don't even know what day it is. I've been off work. It's snowing.
Snowed in.
Yeah, I'm everywhere. I made a roast yesterday, boys.
Oh,
Ooh.
Threw that
okay.
bad boy
How'd it turn out?
in the crock pot.
It
was
good?
wonderful.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
It was wonderful.
I've been having a lot of soup.
Yeah, you sound a little sick, buddy.
Dude,
I feel a little sick. Thanks for noticing.
soup is not a meal.
Cold.
I agree, Nick.
I
agree.
how I feel. I made some awesome chili though the other night during the
Chili's
the
like
blizzard.
meat soup.
Exactly.
Mhm. What kind of soup you been sipping on, Justin?
Tonight we made a chicken and gnocchi, and it was delightful.
Looking at what?
Gnocchi.
The potato noodles.
You've
Thank
never
you,
had
Taylor.
that before, Jacob?
I've never
It's
heard
good.
that word before.
Shut
Gnocchi.
up. Are you kidding me?
Gnocchi?
Are you
Gnocchi.
kidding me?
It's
Gno-
it starts with a
gnocchi.
G.
GNOCCI. If Taylor can pronounce
I
it, you
know.
can pronounce it, Jacob.
I'm shook. Have you heard
What
of
is-
have you
what
heard
is-
of spaghetti?
Have I heard of
Spaghetti.
Yes.
Gnocchi's it's like a little it's a noodle technically, but it's made of potato, and
Yeah.
it's like a little ball of
A
potato.
little more hearty.
I
Yeah.
made some homemade ones.
Does it
They're pretty
taste
good.
does it taste like a noodle?
Kinda.
Yeah,
Like
but it's a little more
heavier
sweet.
noodle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you'd get
Interesting.
down with it. You should try some
That
gnocchi.
sounds good.
You would
Yeah.
like it.
I think you'd like it.
My girlfriend has a pasta maker. I'm gonna say, hey girl, give me some.
Hey, girl.
gnocchi."
Some gnocchi.
Well,
Pause.
that's not how it works. It's
Oh.
potato based.
Yeah, so what do? You just mash the potato and then roll it into a little noodle and then throw it in
Listen,
there?
I just bought
Well,
mine
I'll
from the
send you-
grocery
I'll send you
store.
some
Ball.
TikTok
It's a
recipes.
ball. You roll it into a little ball. You can't.
I did
stuff
not
it
make
if
my
you want.
gnocchi from scratch, just for the record.
When I made mine, I baked it.
Yeah, sure.
I think I
So you-
boiled, then I baked, or one of the. It's something like that.
Yeah. Do you not boil it?
I think
Yeah.
you boil it first.
Can
In
I
this
air
one-
fry
It's
it?
been a
Bake?
while. It's been.
I don't know. You can air fry anything.
That's
You
true.
can't air fry anything.
You know things are bad, and we spend the first 8 minutes. talking
I
about
could
pasta.
talk all night about soup if I could avoid talking about the Thunder.
Give us 2 more soups you've had.
Two
You
more
had, you had
soups.
what did you say? Chicken and gnocchi.
Chicken and gnocchi. That was tonight. We had a chicken noodle, classic. This one, however,
So that's the same soup.
So I was
no,
good. Yes.
no,
Just
no,
different
very
noodle.
different, very different. Technically, similar bases. The chicken noodle soup recipe we have has a secret ingredient in it:
Ooh.
Velveeta.
What?
Oh.
Trust me, it's amazing. That's it. There's not a third soup, just those.
Oh, just hammering the lots of chicken for you.
Yeah, gotta get that
Happy for
protein. Thanks.
Happy.
Yeah.
What
All
are we
right,
talking about the
about again?
Thunder?
The Thunder lose to the Dinosaurs 103-101 in Oklahoma City. 2 straight home losses. I think I saw that's the first time since 2023.
Oof.
So that's been a while.
Not great.
The Thunder, everyone is just hurt. I think they were down 7 guys tonight after they lost Cason Wallace to, I can't remember what the injury was, but it was something.
Growing injury.
Groin.
Groin.
Did you say growing?
He's a grown boy.
Oh,
He's still so young.
It's a groin injury for the Bucks.
Bucks.
When you look down the team stats, both teams shoot about the same from the field. Big difference is Toronto takes 11 more field goal attempts. Thunder shot a blistering 26% from 3. Did get 31 free throws, out rebounded by 14, including 12 of 5 on the offensive glass. Out rebounded, they got the ball stolen from them 5 more times. Total turnovers was 11-11. Thunder actually give up more points off turnovers than Toronto, that's the Thunder's bread and butter. Thunder only get 30 points in the paint of their 101, only 10 fast break points. Just not a pretty game. 7 was the largest lead for either team, which is kind of interesting. But again, I think maybe the bigger story here is that everyone for the Thunder is hurt. Literally just everybody. Shai was 8 of 11 tonight, boys.
8
the
of
efficiency-
11.
The
How
efficiency
many
is pretty
how many
good.
shots did Chet and Shea combine for?
21.
Oh, I was about to
think
look it
that's
up.
your
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Not
And I
and
thought
that was-
Pretty
that was-
even shooting, actually. It's Chet had 10, Shea had 11, Dort had 10,
Yep.
Kenny
What,
had 11,
7 guys with double
Wiggs
digits?
had 10.
That's what I was going to say is Shai and Chet combined for the same number of shot attempts as Kenny Hustle and Aaron Wiggins.
Yeah.
Yikes.
I'm all about like getting teammates involved and it being a team effort, especially when you're shorthanded like that. But Shai and Chet absolutely have to have more shot attempts.
It was schemed, Taylor.
Yeah.
And it was, yeah. Shai was being doubled every single time down the court. And when you're shorthanded, again, just a lot less room for error, to say the least. And we saw a lot of that come to a head. Like you guys said, obviously Shai not getting as many shot attempts because he has less options. Chet kind of struggled offensively until they're like towards the beginning of the fourth quarter. The 3-point shooting continues to stick out. The Thunder only shot 25% from 3, even though they had 2 stretches in the game that were pretty critical where they were knocking down shots, and they get out rebounded yet again. A lot of that comes down to getting players back, but I keep coming back to, was it Sheed who had those 2 free throws late in the game? Thunder are down 2, I think, at that point, or 3 at that point. He misses both. Thunder miss another offensive rebound. Like, just you brought up the steals, Jacob. The Thunder only had 5 to the Raptors 10. Like, that's just so uncharacteristic. And it's frustrating. Obviously, they're shorthanded. Things like this can happen, but these felt like 2 pretty winnable games with the Pacers and the Raptors that the Thunder really needed.
Yeah. The 3-point shooting numbers for a handful of guys off the bench are pretty loud tonight. Kenny 1 of 7, Joe 2 of 7, Wiggins 2 of 9. 43 3-point attempts is pretty high for this team. And they only hit 26%. That's rough. It's not a good combination. And I think the frustrating part, which is news to literally no one listening to this podcast, is it was a lot of good looks. It's not like they were forcing it all night. It's not like they were chucking and trying to shoot themselves back into it. It's like Shai was getting a ton of defensive attention and kicking out to open guys who just could not put the ball in the basket.
Have you changed your tune on that, Jacob? Like you've been big all year on.
I was like, what do you mean? We all three of us are kind of like.
I thought you'd pick up what I'm getting at. All year you've been pretty firm on this team will get it shot back. The shot quality's there. At some point they'll fall. Like, and I've been kind of the opposite. Like, this is not a good shooting team. Have you changed your tune at all?
I mean, not really. Like Justin said, like, they're good looks. I think they're
a good look for a non-shooter is not.
Is it still a good look?
Yeah,
if you can't make it.
Yeah, they're not a great shooting team. I also don't think I don't think this is what you're insinuating, Nick, but I think this is what listeners would jump to is, oh, they're getting good open 3-point shots and not making it because they're not good shooters. So at the deadline, go trade for a good shooter and it fixes the problem. And I just don't think trading for one shooter who's going to be like your 9th man is solving anything. And so, I also just think they've been super duper injured. And so there's been a lot of inconsistency there. They're not shooting at the end of the day, you need the ball to go into the hoop. And that hasn't been happening
for 2 years
as you would like. Yes. I mean, you're not wrong. They also are still first in the West and have an NBA championship with that, So I don't know where the give and the take is there.
I think my point is more
thinking big picture. I don't know where the give and the take is.
Sure. We can, and they won the championship shooting horrible. I just think the thought that, they're getting good looks, they're getting open looks, they're just not hitting them. Maybe they just are not ever going to hit them because they haven't for 2 years. Which is fine when you have a healthy team and you have isolation scorers like Shai and Dub who can counter off him, and like you're more healthy. Like you can beat teams in more ways. Right. But when these last 2 games, Indiana not really, because Shai got whatever he wanted. Houston did this, and Toronto did this tonight, where it's like, we're just gonna not let Shai shoot. He's also not the kind of guy that's going to force shots whenever we're aggressive against him and make others beat us. And your margin for error, like Taylor alluded to, is not there. And you just miss shots that are open, and you can say all day, well, they were open, but like, it's also, they don't make open threes very often.
Right.
So,
well, and I think
let me ask you guys this real quick. And Nick, this isn't to like refute you. I just think it's interesting context. not including the playoffs, do you know where they ended the season last year in 3-point percentage?
Regular season, they were like top
9th.
I was going to say top 10, maybe where they were top 5. I can't remember. They shot the ball well during the regular season.
They were 6th last season.
Yeah.
Playoffs,
three-point percentage.
Plummeted.
Yes, and
Look at attempts. Look at attempts.
They're 10th in attempts last
Okay.
season.
Okay.
So I did pull this up.
So I find that interesting because I would have thought it would have been a lot lower.
I think
this
additional
season,
context last year, they were phenomenal from the corner, were like bottom of the league and above the break. So like there's you can dissect it however way.
Yeah.
Want to.
This
That's
season
what Mark
they're
keeps talking
14th.
about with
This
progression.
season they're 14th in percent, 16th in attempts.
So for the month of January, they're shooting 34% from 3, which is second lowest behind October at 29.6% from 3. They're putting up about the same amount of attempts as they had the past couple of months, at right around 36. So just not shooting the ball well. Again, a lot of that comes down to injuries. I think you bring up a good point, Nick. Like this team, we've seen them be good enough to overcome that when healthy, but also that kind of comes down to their bread and butter of like strong point of attack defense, getting steals and deflections, and running in transition. Even when they have been like quote unquote healthy this season, and again, there's so many caveats that go into that, like Dub and obviously iHeart in and out when they were quote unquote healthy, but that defensive intensity still just hasn't been there, and so you're relying more on those 3-point attempts.
Yeah, it's everything is connected. All the problems for this team are connected. The lack of 3-point shooting is making it harder on the defense, which I know we've talked about. The lack of transition scoring is making it harder on the defense. So, like, all of these things are interconnected.
That's the thing I was thinking, Justin. Not to interrupt you real quick, but
yeah,
it's like a snowball. When the threes don't go, they pack the paint. So now it's harder to get to the rim. So you shoot more threes like tonight, which lead to longer rebounds, which lead to runouts, which lead to this and that.
Yep.
And the Raptors are a great team in transition too. They're like one of the best offensive transition teams. And so when you aren't able to run in transition with them and you're shorthanded, like that's kind of a recipe for disaster.
Yep.
And we're saying all this and the Thunder still only lost by 2. Not an
Yep.
excuse. It's just like these were what felt like
the last 2 games, like 1 possession games down the stretch, very winnable, both of them. Also, like, we're not going to go in depth on the Pacers game, but tonight's game much more palatable of a loss than the Pacers game. Like they should have won that Pacers game easily. The Raptors, they also should have won this game, but the Raptors are a half game out of second in the East.
Yeah, the Raptors aren't a bad team.
They're not a bad team at all.
They're not great.
Right on
They're not a bad
Boston's
team.
heels. Yeah.
I think as fans,
Are
like,
they
this one just
injured a
stings
little bit,
more
Nick?
Because you lost that first one.
Are the Raptors injured a little bit?
I mean,
their
Jakob
front
Poeltl's
court?
not playing.
Taylor, can you announce the starting center's name?
Mamu. I don't even know his full name. I'll have to pull it up and then announce it.
We have a super chat from our guy David who says, I worry about MVP if Detroit gets the best record, only 2.5 back. Queso has also been bad, regressed on D and no O. Need health and trade for a creator and a big.
It's a lot to unpack. I don't think MVP is at
I think
risk.
Skelton should have to do a super for each one of those topics. And he shouldn't be able to put them all in one.
It's a bundle offer.
Now, MVP, you have to like arrive to the table your first year of the conversation before you're actually considered for the award. Like
That's
it's just
fair.
kind of how it
Yeah.
works. Like, could Cade be the favorite next year if Detroit is as good as they are? Absolutely, but
Yeah.
you don't just emerge and win it. Queso
Shai's,
has been bad.
as far as like odds right now, I was looking at Shai's kind of like a lock for MVP.
Well, if Jokic doesn't come back and play enough
Play
games,
65.
play great.
Mhm.
Like I think that the discourse on Twitter is if Jokic comes back and plays 65, he's winning it. It's like no, he has to come back and like play really, really well and better than
Pick
Shai.
up where he left off.
But yeah, if he comes back and plays 65, it's not a runaway. There's no.
I do think Queso has been one of the big disappointments for me this season.
Agreed.
I think Jacob,
talked
you had
him
sold
up.
me. You had sold me on the hype of the bump that Queso could take offensively, and it's just not been there at all.
I'm sorry I lied to you.
It may
But
not.
I told you the truth about AJ.
That's true.
Yeah. No, Absolutely. AJ's been awesome. They miss him right now for sure. I think he has cemented himself in the rotation as a very valuable piece, especially with like Hart and Dub out. AJ's lack of initiation on the offensive side of the ball is desperately needed. I think that's what makes OKC with the current injury slate so not easy to guard, but easy to game plan against. Maybe it's all Shai. It's Shai or nothing.
Lack of a secondary ball handler.
It's very one dimensional.
Has every game the Thunder's lost been I Heart missed game?
It's a good question.
There's a good question.
No, he played the Spurs in the Cup.
Yeah,
he did.
That was like his first game back after a stretch.
That might be the only one. I feel like he's like,
yeah.
There was a couple others after that, but what I kept like thinking about watching those games is he still just didn't quite seem like himself coming back from that injury as he was when the Thunder were playing so well.
Sure.
And I think that brings up a great point. Like they were playing through iHeart a lot offensively. No, he's not initiating, but he's flashing up to the high post. He's a great creator, a great passer. In that sense, a great connector.
6 losses without him.
Okay.
6
according
of the
to
10.
Google. Yeah.
According to Google. Can't trust it.
Can't
trust the Google.
But that passes the sniff test.
Yep.
Yeah, it does.
He's been, and obviously the rebounding does as well since he's been out.
Can we? I'm giving Skelton crap in the chat, but he mentioned like wanting to trade for a creator or a big. We're what? A little less than 2 weeks out from the deadline.
Yep.
Almost 2 weeks out. It's on the 4th. Is that right?
Yep.
So we're coming
Thursdays
up
from now.
Oh, on a Thursday, not on a Tuesday. So we're coming up on the deadline. Anybody's feelings changed on if they will make a trade for someone who will play in the rotation, and like what type of guy you think if they're going to go get one, who should it be?
I think it depends on what they know or think about Hartenstein and his return from injury, potentially. Like I know shooting is the big glaring sign in the room, but I think having another big, the stretch at the end of the game tonight where the Raptors missed 2 free throws and you couldn't get the offensive rebound, J. Will just got outmanned by Scotty Barnes, is tough. And you can argue whether J. Will should have been in there, whatever. The fact is this team needs big depth. And I think there's some guys, Nick, you did a post where you listed out a handful of interesting candidates. Like, I think there's some guys that you could go get that would be interesting additions to this team. So that's kind of where I'm leaning.
I think that's fair. I also look at a player like Kenrich Williams, who obviously is not a true quote unquote big, but has been playing really well.
He's been great.
When his minutes have been extended here and he's been needed. I know a player like Kenrich is somebody, I mean, we've seen the Thunder the past couple of seasons kind of sacrifice his playing time in order for some of the younger guys to get minutes, and also just trying, like we saw with Caruso last year, making sure players like that are highly impactful are available come playoff time. But with Kenrich playing as well as he is, even as a big, if you just get healthy, I wonder if that just playing him more, sacrificing some of the developmental minutes, right? Especially as we get post trade deadline and post All-Star break. I wonder if that fixes some things too. And this Thunder team looks a lot better. Like, again, there's just, to Jacob's point, there's not a player that just screams to me like this is going to fix a lot of things or make things easier outside of just getting healthy.
I agree. Shooters?
I don't know.
Any shooters that intrigue you?
I think just
I kind of like Nick's
how they feel about the iHeart getting healthy. I think there's the same argument there for J-Dub.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? I know
his pregame work today was kind of encouraging to me.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I know Nick had mentioned this guy in his little Twitter thread, and I saw that the Ringer had was making a, hey, this is who this team should trade for kind of list. and also mentioned Ayo Dosunmu,
Mm-hmm.
who I find interesting, but then is he redundant with Kaysen and with AJ? I don't know. But that one gets kind of interesting, I think. I still think the guy that kind of threads the needle on maybe not fully checking 2 boxes with a marker, but like checks them with a pretty solid pencil, like a really dark pencil, is Santi Aldama. I'm still he's the one.
that'd be
Size, a little
amazing.
bit of rebounding, a little bit of shooting. I think he kind of threads the needle of I don't do anything great, but I do a lot of things well.
Right.
Mhm.
Nick threw out Sadiq Bey to us here a week or 2 ago, and he had a big game again tonight. Like, that's a player
I don't
that
even know
is
who he plays
interesting.
for.
The Pelicans, right?
With
Yeah.
Sadiq, the first thing people are going to do is Google his stats and see he's like a 33% 3-point shooter. With him, it's not like he's going to go out there every night and just be a flamethrower. With him, it's like there's been so many games recently where it's like you're just in a rut offensively and you need something to try. And I think he's the kind of guy that he might play 3 games in a 7-game series. 2 of them you're in the mud, and 1 of them he ends up with 21 points on 7 of 11 3-point shooting, and you win the game because of him. But he may not play the next night. Like
Right.
he's a wrinkle. He's insurance. And I think that's
Depth insurance is what I was thinking.
I don't
of,
think
Nick.
they make a trade at this point. I think they're going to be a little stubborn. I think they should. But I don't dislike the idea of just insurance. Even if there is redundancy, I think Io's too good for like insurance. But like there's some other guys out there where it's like he would be the 10th man in OKC. Why would they trade for him? Maybe it's because we've seen their health this year.
Yep.
And
That's a good
you are
point.
foolish if you just say, yeah, but they'll be healthy in the playoffs. Because I don't know if we can say that at this point.
That's why I liked you throwing out a player like Sadiq, because that's a relatively cheap player you could acquire that could provide that depth and also not really disrupt when you are like the rotation when you are fully healthy. And best case scenario, he does crack that rotation.
Yeah.
24 points tonight, 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 7 of 15 from the floor, and 3 of 7 from 3. Also 7 of 9 free throw attempts. We like free throw attempts here in OKC, apparently.
Sometimes.
Those 2
Sometimes.
names are my 2 though, Santi and Ayo.
Yes, please.
Those would be big
mean-
trades. Those would be in the category of big.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
But man, a bench lineup that's Queso, Ayo, Caruso,
Ooh,
AJ. It's undersized, but man, that's fun.
very.
All right. We kind of completely stopped talking about the Raptors game because I don't think we wanted to. Do we want to talk some trivia?
Let's do some trivia. Prairie Trivia, in fact, brought to you by Prairie Artisan Ales. They are closed currently because of the snowstorm, but they dropped some fire new beers this last week. So whenever they do reopen, make sure you go stock up. They have a new batch of Fruitzer, which is made with pear, plum, strawberry, pineapple, and vanilla cream. They also have, this one's for Nick, Tropical Tundra, which is made with smoothies S's and Cara oranges.
Ooh.
Hello. Hello.
I would like that very much.
All right. Last week, we got the All-Star voting results. So this week's Prairie Trivia is themed around All-Star voting results, specifically Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's All-Star voting results. I don't know why I can't say that. Voting results. Oh, is that a second crack?
That's a second crack. It's a snow day. I just realized.
Good for you.
Yeah.
All right. So you are going to rank Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's All-Star voting tallies across the different key categories. So for everybody's consideration, Shai has been an All-Star the last 4 seasons. So 2023, 24, 25, 26. Shai received 2,345,743 fan votes this year. Rank his 4 All-Star seasons by most fan votes.
So I'm doing a 1 through 4, and I'm putting a year next to each of them.
Correct. You're going to do that for
Okay.
every question in this
Ooh.
trivia.
From highest to lowest, you said?
Highest to lowest.
Okay.
Most to least. Shai's All-Star fan votes. (2023, 24, 25, and 26. How do they rank in fan votes? Jacob locking it in. He's saying 2025, 26, 24, 23.
I'm just going to write something down at this point. I'm just going in descending order.
Nick, similar, 26, 25, 23, 24. Taylor, I have literally no idea what your paper says.
I just did descending order. 26.
25, 24, 20. Okay.
Yep.
The highest fan vote total with 3,148,000 votes was 2025. The second highest with 3,130,000 was 2024.
Dang.
Wow.
That was really interesting to me.
That's surprising.
Third
Was
highest
the window
was,
shorter this year?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think this was the point I was going to make with this. That third is this year with 2.3 million, and then last is 2023 with 2.1 million. My question is the Twitter narrative driving the fan votes?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Stop letting
feels
fans
like
vote.
Why?
Stop.
What's the point of the freaking game? We got
It's
all
fun.
NBA. We got all NBA for people that actually know what they're talking about. The All-Star game has to have some kind of buy-in, or who else
But
is
it
gonna watch?
does have an impact on contracts, doesn't it?
No.
That's just end of season awards.
Yeah,
Yes.
It has,
Which
it has
is why
impact on legacy.
sort of.
You want to be like a
It's losing
15-time
its
All-Star,
impact.
and you got somebody like, I don't know,
Denny
Ismael
Avdia.
Parks, 54-25, out there, the 12-year-old who's sneaking the phone past 9 p.m. because mom grounded him, typing in "vote Luca" 500 times.
Wow.
Brother made 20 burners. Fan voting should not be a thing.
Luca had 3.4 mil this year, and last year in Dallas he had 2.
Wow.
Exactly.
crazy.
Laker effect.
It's market bias. And
Yes.
he's got all of the former Soviet bloc voting for him. You remember when who's that freaking idiot who got like 1 billion votes and nobody even liked him? The guy from Georgia.
Zaza Pachulia?
Zaza.
Yeah.
When Zaza got fan votes, that should have been the sign. We should
Some-
not let people.
What do you mean nobody liked him?
Nobody likes Zaza. Have you ever met one
He
person
played
that's
for
like,
the Warriors.
you know what NBA player I like? Zaza Pachulia.
But no one hated
You've never
him.
heard that. He shouldn't be an all-star.
Notably,
we have proven that democracy does not work.
oh,
Don't let them vote.
we've taken a turn here. Notably, Denny Avdia only trailed Shai by 140,000 fan votes.
Israel.
That's a sounder.
Indeed.
I was going to say that. That's me a sounder.
Anyway, thankfully, there are 2 other columns on the NBA All-Star votes. So now, rank Shai's All-Star votes by player votes. Same seasons, different category, player votes.
Is this just over? Like he's gonna get first or second or third?
No,
Oh.
same exercise by year.
Same year. Okay.
Mhm. By year, 23, 24, 25, 26. How do they stack up in terms of player votes? Taylor says, is that the same? No, 26, 25, 23, 24. Is that what
Yes.
you said? Okay. Jacob says, descending order, 26, 25, 24, 23. And so does Nick. The answer is first place, 2025 with 158 player votes.
Oh, I almost went there.
Second place, 2024 with 125 player votes.
What?
Third place, 2026 with 119. And fourth place, 2023 with 62. So interesting, the player votes mimic the fan votes.
Soapbox number 2.
Are
We should not
players
let the
dumb?
player votes. If you're gonna let the players vote, make it public.
It is.
Yes.
Well,
Is it public?
like what? No,
No,
not
no,
like
no.
what they voted.
Because
Yeah,
there's
it should
people
be-
like voting for the end of their bench. Like it's
Yeah.
Correct.
That would be. I think there would be a little bit of tampering there if that was public.
Sure.
Steph Curry.
They're
votes
tampering with
for-
it not being public.
No,
They're
I'm saying
voting for Zaza Pachulia.
listen.
Jacob slowly turning into basketball
No,
Alex
it's like
Jones.
it's like LeBron James. LeBron James votes Shaden Sharp first in player voting right before
Yeah.
the Lakers attempt to trade for him, free agency is
that's
coming.
fun.
That's too much.
Here's some fun examples of the player votes this year. Chet Holmgren and Trey Murphy III got the same number of player votes for All-Star.
Well, that's because okay.
Go on.
No, go ahead.
What else? We had Cooper Flagg, James Harden, Dylan Brooks, and Dante DiVincenzo also receiving the same number of player votes. It's just interesting to look at where the tiers fall on this list. You also have Austin Reeves, Lauri Markkanen, Ja Morant, Christian Brown, and Steven Adams also receiving the same number of player votes.
Stop letting them vote, or it has to be public. You have to reveal who you vote.
Yes.
That could also be a sounder. Stop letting them vote. All right. Last but not least, rank Shai's All-Star seasons by media votes. Media votes. We've seen the players. We've seen the fans.
Have we gotten this year's media?
What about the media? We have the numbers.
Taylor.
Or for the starters? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
I'm just doing reverse order again. I'm not holding my board up.
The same one, descending order?
26, 5, 4, 3. That's how it should be.
Well, Nick says 5, 6, 4, 3.
And
Taylor says
I did 5, 6, 4. I did the same thing.
Okay.
How many
In first
envelopes
place-
do you think Taylor has that he writes on
I
for
go
there?
through so many envelopes. I have
do you
no
have envelopes?
notepads. I
Do
don't
you
have
write snail
notepads.
mail?
I'm in the office like 4 days a week now. I'm not remote anymore.
Just
My
stealing
notepads.
envelopes or what?
Just got this.
Yeah,
Dude,
what does
send
that
me a
mean? You're in the
Right on the
office,
back of a
so you have
Walmart
more
receipt?
envelopes?
Just have
What
my
does that
stack of
mean?
envelopes.
But what does that
For
do to go
what?
to the office?
I don't know.
You
These
mailing
have been
stuff
here for
to the
forever.
office so you can get it whenever you go in on Friday?
What
When
does
I'm in
that
my
have to do
office,
with
when I'm in the
anything?
office, I
Oh my
have
gosh.
notepads and stuff. When I was working remote more, I had notepads and things, and I don't have those
So
anymore.
why do you have the envelopes?
I've had
Don't
these
let
for,
Taylor
like,
vote
2
either.
years.
That's what's happening right here.
All right. Shai's media votes. In first place, 2026 with 99 votes. In second place, 2024 with 96 votes. In third place, 2025 with 95 votes. In fourth place, 2023 with 12 votes. So very close, 96
Is it
to
99 out of
95.
100?
No. The highest media vote. Oh, maybe. Is it 100? You might be right.
I don't know. The stuff I
Who
get
would have
emailed is
not
like,
voted
you get
for
a,
him?
You get a media
He-
rank. and
He was the
first in media
highest.
ranking.
He was the highest vote getter of all players from the media this year. Second was Jalen Brown with 98.
Yeah.
So you might be
It's out
right,
of 100.
Jacob.
For all
Yeah.
NBA, it's out of 100.
Okay, there you go. You heard it here first. Or
It's probably like
not.
an idiot from Denver who didn't put him as a
Matt
starter.
Moore.
Matt Moore. It was Matt Moore.
I don't think he gets to vote.
I think that'll be if Jokic doesn't play 65. Shai should be unanimous, but there'll be somebody out there, and that is public.
Yeah,
That is public.
right.
There was the guy out of Utah that did that a couple years
Yep.
ago. We'll see.
We'll see. Anyway, kind of interesting. I think the media is closest to getting it, quote unquote, right
Mhm.
in terms of
Shocker.
how. Shocker. You would say that big media Nick Crane.
No. I'm just
Big
really
media.
shocked that you think the group that had Shai first is the closest to accurate.
Oh, you're just calling me a homer. Never mind.
Yes.
I don't think you're
That's
a homer,
fair.
Justin.
Well,
I think the
probably
players and
am.
the fans are equally idiots.
I do always really enjoy seeing
Michael Porter
like,
Jr. shouldn't be allowed to vote in anything.
I like seeing where the disparity lies, and like
Tyler
how-
Hero should not be allowed to vote in anything.
You gotta stop.
Players did vote for the
The
new
foreigners
CBA.
should not be allowed to vote.
Oh my god.
Oh man,
Wow, that's a clip.
another sounder.
That's a clip. Boy. All right, that's all. That's all for Prairie Trivia. Didn't expect that reaction from Jacob.
What other groups of people should we disenfranchise?
Nobody, please. Please, let's end that here.
Oh man.
Whatever you do want to do, mail it into Taylor and he'll read it on next
there
month's
you
show.
go. With my envelope.
Taylor's been using an envelope and a notepad. We got freaking Blues Clues ass Taylor over here.
Handy dandy notebook.
I still don't understand how we
He's
asked.
got a letter.
We asked why you have envelopes, and you gave every reason that didn't make any sense of why you have envelopes.
I don't know.
It makes sense to him, Nick.
It's all I have.
Taylor,
left
why do you
to
have
write
so
on.
many envelopes? I work in the office.
So I don't have my notepads in front of me at my desk at home like I
But
used
that
to.
doesn't explain why you
Well,
have
the best part is,
envelopes.
Oh,
like
I
I
don't
said,
know. They're
you
just
know that
there.
train of thought makes perfect sense in Taylor's brain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the dots are connected.
We didn't ask
Oh
why
my
you didn't
God.
have a notepad. We asked
Okay.
why you have envelopes.
I don't know. They've been here since we moved in.
They magically appeared.
A
Just
lot of
found them when we
envelopes.
got here.
And we don't use them. I don't use
Found
them.
them.
So I
Taylor
just
used
take this
anything except a normal piece of paper or a whiteboard.
or a whiteboard.
If someone would like to be
Oh, no,
Taylor's
they came
pen
with the
pal,
house.
Rest of the season, I should just find like unique things I can write on and use other. That's not a whiteboard.
now we're talking.
That would be entertaining.
It's
like you
sitting
write on like
at-
a plate one day.
Only
Hey,
problem
don't
is-
put Brooks to bed. Bring him in here. Right on
Right
right
on
on
his
his
forehead.
stomach.
But
And then hold him up.
Taylor would forget the thing to bring and still end up using envelopes. So
That's
he would do
true.
it next week.
I got some uncontested stickers here that I can write on.
People in the
Gosh.
chat,
got
keep,
lots of
keep
options.
the
Business
keep the
cards?
requests coming in on what Taylor should write on.
Pizza. Oh, that's a great one. Pizza box is good.
I don't know if this was an answer to that question, but I'm gonna propose
Bald
that it should be.
people.
No, that's the answer. That's an answer to the question of who should we disenfranchise?
Even better. Chris Hefe will be your pen pal, Taylor, according to the
There
chat.
we go.
It's good. It's good. Ooh.
All
Now what?
right, let's do a little game. We're
I like games.
got about 10 minutes left, 15 minutes left of this pod. We're gonna try something, and you know what? If it's horrible and nobody likes it, you only have to deal with it for 10 minutes. So,
She said. I've lost Taylor.
that was good. That was good. It also
Flexing
feels like
myself.
a little inappropriate, but you know.
You don't know why she said that.
That's
You're making
right.
assumptions.
That's right.
You're making
Oh
assumptions.
my goodness. All right. I'm going to give you a statement. We are going to snake draft this thing. First round is going to go Justin, Taylor, Nick, Taylor, Justin. Okay.
You're not playing?
Nope. I'm facilitating.
Go.
Fine.
The way this works, I'm going to give you a topic. You guys are going to snake draft. No context. Taylor, no context. You just have to list the thing. Okay?
Deal.
You just have to list the thing. Afterwards, we can break it down and discuss.
Mm-hmm.
Make sense?
I think.
Yes.
First one. The player the Thunder is missing the most right now is
Jalen Williams.
iHeart.
Jalen Williams.
no. You got to put
We're
a different name
drafting.
out there, buddy. We're drafting this.
That makes way more sense now.
Yeah.
AJ Mitchell.
I'm used to having to correct these, so we're okay.
Well, you're normally the rapid fire guy, and now you changed your rapid fire to snake draft.
Touche.
Oh. Now, does Nick have to give another one?
Yes.
How far?
He said
How
it.
far
He
down
said
the injury
AJ.
list are we going?
Alex
said AJ.
Caruso.
Yeah. Some good options. Nick's back up.
It's your turn.
Brother,
Wait, we're still.
I
We all gave one, and
I
then
said
oh,
AJ Mitchell, Alex Caruso.
Caruso.
Snakes back to you.
Okay. Who am I missing here?
Taylor's got to look up the roster to see who plays. for the rotation.
Yeah.
Oh man!
Hot take.
Wiggins
I'll
and J. Will
give
are
you. I'll
back.
give you one that's kind of spicy.
Don't take mine.
I doubt you're going to say this.
Okay.
Thomas Sorber.
Depending
what I
on
was
what Taylor
wondering,
was going to
like-
say, I was thinking about that one.
Okay. Great minds.
Taylor going
Although-
to answer or no?
I'll
Jason
go
Wallace?
Topich.
Topich?
Oh yeah, I mean he's barely. Been
Yeah,
out.
technically you could include Kaysen today. Yeah, I would have gone Sorber in that last spot. It's tough. The fact that we can snake draft the injured list is brutal. That shouldn't be possible.
Okay, so we didn't give any context. Let's now dive into that just a little bit. We said the top 3 were Dub, Hart, and AJ, correct?
Correct.
I mean, I think those are the correct answers,
I agree.
right?
And it's not like AJ's been out long, but he has been out a couple different times this season.
Well, and what he provides is what this team really needs. Justin, I'm interested that you went J-Dub, considering you were the one that was kind of going off about needing a big and rebounding and whatnot.
Yes, and I was debating it internally as you asked the question. The reason I went J-Dub, I think last year showed, at least as currently constructed, he was very clearly the second engine on this team. He was the second most important player through the playoff run that led you to a championship. He was injured throughout that playoff run. I think the expectations for him coming into this season, had he not been injured, would have rightfully been astronomically high. I think they were still very high, even though he was injured, because no one quite understood the extent of his injury until very recently. And then even with reset expectations, it felt like he was starting to have an impact on the game again. Don't let Twitter trolls tell you otherwise about what the Thunder's record is with him and without him and all that kind of nonsense. Jalen Williams' impact on this team is very real, and it's brutal that he got a hammy injury and is out once again, because it's going to take another period of trying to get him back healthy. I think all that said, whenever he is back to form, which is probably not this season at all, in the future, I think it is going to serve as a reminder of what his impact on this team is.
Any other thoughts, boys?
No, I think that's correct. I think the disclaimer there is even when he's been available this season doesn't mean that he's healthy, to Justin's point. That was the thought going through my head.
I also think, despite his insanely high expectations, I do think we get a little clouded by the recency of the 40-point finals game. Like, this is not me saying he's not an insanely good player and is the most important guy to come back, because he is. And I agree with Justin. But I think speaking of the expectations, like, people are talking about him as a top 15 player. Maybe he is, but like, if you remove the finals, people were calling to trade him after the Denver series. People in the regular season were saying, is he good enough to be the number 2? Like, he washed it all away with that one series, but it also was just one series. And so when he does come back from the hamstring and the wrist and all that kind of stuff, do I think he could be a top 15? Absolutely. But also, like, the sample size of him is a little bit larger than that 7 games in the finals.
Totally.
Just food for thought.
I disagree. He washed it away at that one series, though, because he was so impactful at different moments through the regular season last year also.
Well, I mean,
if
you lose to Denver in 7, what do you think the conversation is all summer, Taylor?
It is
100%.
But
Giannis or J-Dub?
But at the same, I mean, he talked about, when he finally came out and talked about it after Pressey said it in his exit interviews after the championship and announced the injury, like, J-Dub went through he re-aggravated that wrist again in the Denver series too. Like, he was still learning how to readjust his shot during that. Like, there's a lot of disclaimers there.
A lot of context.
My only point is, if you remove the finals, do you think that we're talking all summer, wrist aside, about him being a top 15 player? Probably not.
Yeah.
And they lose
again,
game 7
to
Denver.
To use Thunderisms, right? Like, success isn't linear and development isn't linear.
Yes.
Like, I think to your point, we're kind of losing the context of, like, these players are still so young and they aren't just going to improve, like, and be incredible year after year. They're going to have to go through growing pains. So even if he were fully healthy, trying to reintegrate him into this offense and into this team, like, it may have been another, like, I don't know. I see what you're saying.
Yes. As important as he is, he's not going to come back and be a top 15 player this season. I don't think.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, but that's part of also he just hasn't played enough and is going to
Yeah.
be playing through the injuries all year long.
Yep.
I get what you're arguing, Nick. I think regardless, though, the progression of the kid and that the outlook is a top 15 guy.
Oh, dude.
Even if they lost Denver last year,
You're not going to find somebody higher on J-Dub than me. I'm just saying that.
No, I get you.
Think
I get
a lot of the false expectations of him, injury or not, I think
It's how he played in the finals. Yeah.
We talk about that 40-point game 5 like every other podcast. Like that.
Dang right.
It was a historic moment.
It's in our intro.
But the body of work outside of that game and outside of that series was very different than the player that I think people pin him as right now from that one game.
Let's do one more round. This question, this time we're starting with Nick, going Nick, Taylor, Justin, Taylor, Nick. The question is, the biggest problem for the Thunder right now is...
Oof.
This is harder because it's not like a list of players to choose from.
Ask it again. Going last.
Biggest issues.
Problem or the biggest issue for the Thunder right now is...
You can go with the easy one.
Defensive attention to detail.
I'll take the easy one then and say injuries.
Okay. I have more options to work with than I expected.
You do.
Shooting.
Yep.
And offensive rebounding.
What does that tell you, Justin, that there's more options than you expect?
That's not great, Bob.
Yep. So rebounding and shooting were going to be the two I was deciding if Nick would have gone with injuries. I'm not sure like how to properly phase this, but essentially integrating players. No context. So
no context, Taylor. I could tell you wanted to.
I did.
Tangible individual growth and development.
Yeah, I think ours.
Nick said a lot of words in his two answers.
Yes, he did.
There wasn't a word limit.
All right. Now you can give some context. After hearing them all, would you guys reorder those in any sort of way?
I mean, the low-hanging fruit is the injuries, and we already have talked so much about this in podcasts, right? Like you just have to get everybody healthy, and we truly haven't seen that yet so far this season.
As much as you can downplay the injuries of like everyone gets injured, which I've seen on Twitter like every day, it's a fact that the Thunder have one of the highest amount of games missed due to injury this season of any team in the league, and yet they still have the best record. All the other teams on that list do not have anywhere near the best record in the NBA. Right. So that tells you a context of what this amount of injuries can do to a team, and it's not like you're just racking it up with bench warmers. It is main contributors to this rotation. It's a very real factor. Yes, there's nothing you can do about it, so you just have to deal with it. And so we can't just sit here on this podcast, and they can't sit there in the post-game interviews and blame injuries every game, because that's a garbage excuse. But that doesn't make it not a very real factor as to why they've had some challenges lately.
And I think that if we rank that first, then we kind of go back to what Nick brought up earlier in the podcast. When you're fully healthy, you can kind of, I don't want to say overcompensate, but you can compensate for some of these other issues that we ranked high, like the 3-point shooting or the rebounding, right? If you have iHeart back, like maybe you're not going to out rebound the opposing team every single game with iHeart back, but it certainly makes things easier. If you have a fully healthy team that can lock in defensively and run in transition like we have become accustomed to with the Thunder, the 3-point shooting issue isn't quite as glaring.
Yep. I think I saw some people in the chat participating, which thank you. It's fun. Of, more creators outside of SGA, more people that can carry the load offensively out of SGA. I think that for me comes back to shooting. You want to take the pressure off of SGA, other guys have to hit shots. And that's what we saw tonight. It's what we saw against the Pacers game, or against the Pacers. It's this team becomes one-dimensional when no one is a credible threat to hit a shot, especially an outside shot. So when you get Shai carving up a defense and getting into the paint, he should be able to kick out and find an open shooter. And he is. The problem is they're not making any team pay for that. And so that just leads to increased pressure on Shai. His whistle is questionable. So when he is driving and taking on two defenders and going at the rim, a lot of times he's not getting a call. So do you want, Marcus said this in postgame before, do you want a double covered Shai shooting in the lane, or do you want a wide open three? It's a hard choice. It's honestly a hard choice.
It's the right play to make.
Go back to the injuries for just a second,
please.
So, guys, there are 5 players on this team who have played at least 80% of the game so far. 5 guys. Can you guys name those 5?
Shai and Chet.
Yes.
80%, you said?
80% or more.
Lou.
There's 5
Shai,
guys.
Chet, Lou.
Not Lou.
Kaysen.
Wow.
Kaysen is on the list.
Wiggins?
Nope.
Joe.
And then who's
Joe
the
was
third?
Really? Joe missed the first part.
He
I
did,
know.
but-
That's what I was thinking.
But just the first stretch. Who's the
one more?
last one?
Joe just passes the cutoff. Like just passes. Like playing today, got to pass the cutoff.
Heyo.
They
Caruso?
played.
It's not.
No way.
No. That's, yeah.
There's
Running
one more
out of
guy.
names.
You guys are kind of overthinking it.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Kenrich? No, Kenrich.
You just want me to give it to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
AJ Mitchell.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Dort played less than 80%. He's missed 20% or more at 37 games. Wiggins, 32. Caruso, 32. Jay Will, 32. Kenrich, 27. Hartenstein has played half the games at 24. Hartenstein and J-Dub have played the same amount of games, half of them at 24. So when you look at not losing games, like Justin was talking about, like how many total games have been lost, but you look at the caliber of guys who have not played.
Yep.
The only person that's played less games than Hart and J-Dub is... Trivia question. Who is it, guys?
Caruso?
Nope. Caruso's at like 32. Those two have played 24. Someone's played 23 games.
Usman Jang?
Usman Jang.
Oh, okay.
Brooks Barnheiser has played more than Usman Jang.
That's wild.
Where do you think Isaiah Hartenstein ranks in total points played this season? Total minutes played
scored.
this season.
Oh.
Good grief.
Total minutes played?
Out of the 15 man?
Yep.
6 or 7.
I'd say like
No pun
ninth.
intended.
Okay. 9th?
11th.
9th.
Nice. Good
Funny
job.
enough, it doesn't feel like this, and I think this speaks to how long Hart's been out. We just kind of forget. Jalen Williams, J-Dub, has played more minutes than Isaiah Hartenstein this year.
When you said that
That's
they had
crazy.
played almost the same number of games, was kind of wild because you're right. It doesn't feel that way.
Feels
Yeah,
like
but-
J-Dub's the guy that's missed all the time, but
Yeah.
it's Hartenstein.
Yep.
It's both.
But Hartenstein's officially surpassed him.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's brutal.
Not good.
They got to get right.
Yep.
It's tough too. I've seen some frustration from people that I think I get both sides of it. It's tough not getting any tangible signs of progress in terms of updates. I get the reasons why, and I get the reasons why people are frustrated. But with a guy like we just literally don't know. He's going to show up one day and not be on the injury list, and that'll just be like, ta-da, here's Hart. We have no idea what kind of timetable we're talking about.
Speaking to that though, J-Dub was out there doing jump ropes and doing some.
Yeah,
pregame
that was
work.
encouraging.
That's very encouraging. As was Caruso, but to your point, Justin, Caruso's injury probably is a little more of he's available tonight kind of thing.
But that one also concerns me less because I think we all understand what this team's doing with Caruso. He's kind of
let the bear
Taylor didn't
hibernate.
last year.
exactly.
Taylor was
And then-
pissed.
I was
all
pissed
year.
last year. Yes, play Caruso more.
Yeah, He is a 16 game player.
But hey, Justin, really quickly, one thing that I thought of while you were talking about 3-point shooting earlier, shout out Lou Dort, who I was very hard on here. Like, what?
Dort's been great lately.
Week and a half. Yeah, I got some.
It was really good of us to stick the Lou Dort compliments at an hour into the show to make sure that everyone that always
talk about it
tells us we're a bunch of Lou haters won't hear it.
I know, that's right. He
flip side of the coin, though. 19 points is your season high, tells you so incredibly much about his season to this point.
Yes.
Despite the injuries.
Sure.
Despite all the opportunity to step up and out.
Way to bring us down a notch, Nick.
No, I agree.
Context matters.
I've been very low on Lou.
There are probably players in the NBA that if I said their name, you would not know who they are, who they play for, that have scored more than 19 points this year.
Yeah. Yeah. But Lou's defense has stepped up.
No, totally.
He was great against Cleveland.
Which is very frustrating to me because coming at, like, we talk so much about Lou being the Thunder's, like, golden child, undrafted, all the development stories, etc. But that wasn't the case earlier in his career. You could rely on that defense game after game, even if he wasn't hitting his shots. And it felt like when the shot wasn't falling, he was struggling defensively. I think I saw a stat today that he's hit at least 3 threes in the last 9 of his 10 games, and the defense has followed. So that's been good to see. Really need it right now, to say the least.
Need it.
I don't know. I still feel like you made a comment earlier, like the Thunder needed these last 2 games. I don't think they do.
Yeah, no. Yes, they don't need it from a seeding standpoint.
Yeah, you lose tonight and everyone's freaking the hell out. You look across the way and San Antonio's losing to the Pelicans. Like it happens to every. There's like this weird thing about Thunder Twitter where like you have to win every game, and it's like it's not the case. They've gone through so many downturns the last month and a half, and yet they are still 6 games above 500. Just like they were before the Spurs crash out.
7-3 in their last 10.
It's like
including the 2 losses.
Expectations change everything, and we talked about that over the past 2 seasons.
Speaking of the Spurs, I bet Wemby's player vote for All-Stars only French. Only French.
Wow.
Thanks for tuning in to the Untested Podcast.
You don't think Wemby voted for Chet for All-Star? No.
Probably just so he could play against them.
You guys have a good beginning of your week. Stay warm if you're like living like literally anywhere on Earth right now. Apparently, it's just one big winter storm. You guys ever watch the movie The Day After Tomorrow?
Yes.
That's
what it's like.
You remember how it was on FX like literally every day after school for like
had it on DVD.
Oh yeah. Jake Gyllenhaal and who was the old man actor in that? The dad.
Oh man, I'm horrible with names.
Oh my gosh, who was the dad? Dennis Quaid. Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid. That's what's happening on planet Earth right now. It's just insane. Unless you're this dude in the chat that says he's from Australia and it's 105. I don't believe you. You guys have a great start to your week. Stay warm. That guy will stay really warm. And we will see you on Thursday. Until then, and as always, Thunder up.